All right, we've got MMA shredder Jeff Chan, and he's doing some rounds with Jordan Teaches Jiu Jitsu. Saw this the other day, came up on my feed, and was very impressed with both of these guys' skills. Both of them have had fights. I think Jeff Chan's fights in ONE FC professionally, and Jordan I think fights as an amateur. He's certainly far too skillful, in my opinion, to be fighting as an amateur black belt in Jiu Jitsu. I think Jeff's also a brown belt Jiu Jitsu, so both well rounded. Um, and was very impressed. We see the first single leg defense there from Jeff. But we will see Jordan starts to get around those things. It's a combination of striking, good timing, and really chain wrestling attacks, like we can see here with that body lock. Very interesting to see the way that Jordan uses a tie stance, a very upright kind of stance. Not sure whether he was doing that purely because Jeff um, he knows as a striker, uses a lot of kicks, better enabling him to deal with those kicks, check them. A lot of the time, just closing the distance off the recovery from the kicks. Kicks, have longer recovery time um, than a punch. So sort of coming in, bridging after dealing with the kick, very nice. Chain wrestling there, finishing with the double leg, angling off. Getting on top, and then you see him just basic good top positional jiu-jitsu, tied with a little bit of ground and pound to go after the submissions, which he does over and over again throughout these 3 rounds. Really starts to run away with it at the end. But Jeff does an excellent job, and I think both of them spoke about the fact that Jordan is much bigger, heavier, and stronger, and that obviously has a lot to do with it. But was a great example of skills for both of them. You can see Jeff, sort of an unorthodox striking style, very pot shotty. He starts linking some nice combinations, high, middle, low, constantly mixing up levels. And again, you can see Jordan here, in the clinch, very nice basic striking, and that goes so far when you got the grappling behind it. You're not forced to sort of cover the distance stupidly, double covering or anything like that. You can really just on the back of the opponent's shots or slip, make him miss a shot. From there, it's very safe to close the distance, and he does a great job of that. And goes to work with his chain grappling and strong submission game. See the guillotine, uses get on top. Great tactic for MMA fighters. If you lose it, you still got top position where you can then employ damaging strikes from. You can see here Jeff sort of got the hooks in, trying to get back up. But A-frame does a great job. The head there from Jordan on the chest, as he had that butterfly hook in, stops him from being able to stand up and build. MMA specific kind of passing. A K-guard leg lock attempt. But again, Jordan's just all over that. Slips the knee straight away, clears the heel, and straight back on him. Like it was nothing. Here we go, kicks for kicks. It's nice basic guard, nothing crazy. Using his lead hand, there, down block, beautiful. Just trying to mix it up, goes that surprise double. Smart move. Bit of unpredictability in there. Yeah, we can see chaining on the wall. Third base support, user gets the whizzer. He turns off the wall here with the whizzer, which can be hard to do without head position. Obviously the size helping him there a bit, but still very impressive from the both of them. I think particularly, Jordan, I know he's a bigger guy, but fantastic job of just tying that basic striking with the high level grappling. And time wasn't the best on that shot, but again, coming off the back of one of Jeff's managed to get in. He times a beautiful shot at the end in the last round. He gets his second last takedown. The timing is just superb. But when you do the right things, even if the timing's not quite there, you'll still be able to close the distance and then chain those takedowns together like he does. The Granbury rides it out. Hooks, looks like he's going to get up on top. But again, able to transition. Follows him up. Beautiful display of jiu-jitsu in fighting. This is really what jiu-jitsu is, all about, being able to use it under these kind of scenarios. And that's, I think, what the most impressive thing about Jordan was. He did it over and over again. His front headlock, back on top. There he can look to submit. Very nice rebuild from Jeff Chan, back up to the feet, to the body, the leg kicks, back to the head. But again, closing the distance on the back. Nice tight boxing. Knock him out with that shot. It's an entrance point for him. And then to have frames coming in, a downward elbow or a knee, something to intercept on that shot there. He's almost draw him in. He knows Jordan's going to, close the distance, but he's sort of not adding that second layer. Got the pot shots, which Jordan's going to, come in on. I'd like to see Jeff, pop a knee up there or an upwards elbow. I know not playing with elbows, but placing it, at least framing with it. I mean, that's beautiful, that dart, right, that Jeff throws. He throws it all the time, and it's a really nice technique. He almost leaves that right hand out there as a blind with a sticky arm, and he'll put that kick on the head. Sometimes it's a sweep, low at the calf. Sometimes it goes up to the head. Really nice, elusive movement, which again is why it's so impressive, because this style that Jeff has is very hard to close distance on. There's pot shots, he builds, and then he starts combining the different levels with angles, and Jordan manages to do it over and over again. Yeah, there's that nice dart right hand, leaving it in the face, kick on the end. It's not always there. Double cover him, be impatient, look in his moments. And both guys working off both stances constantly, which is beautiful to see. Pays huge dividends in MMA as a way to evade people closing into the clean. There, that's a beautiful shot. I mean, the timing on that was just perfect off that kick. And again, hip pressure, you can see there, controlling the hips over the mount. And now he bolos him. Yeah, it's starting to play a bit. Sort of got a feel for the grappling, and they really are, a different level there on the floor. I think Jeff Chan, probably has it over him in the striking, but just not enough to compete with the combination of wrestling and jiu-jitsu that Jordan has off his basic striking. Dart again. So that shot, not the best timing, but again, came in off the back of a punch. Using that recovery time, gets to the leg, and managed to drag him down. I think he finished with a nice armbar here at the end. So yeah, I saw that. Just want to share my thoughts. There was a beautiful exhibition of both of them. A great initiative from the both of them. Going and doing this and really putting their money where the mouth is. There's a lot of people on YouTube and that talking about martial arts that really have no idea, and these two, certainly do have a lot to offer. It was great to see them out there doing it.